where she has to find some tactical means to continue the attack. So Divya, let me give you the first position for this episode. White has king g1, pawns a4, b3, c2, d3, e4, g2, h3, queen f2, rook f1, rook g3, knight c4. Black has king h7, pawns h6, g7, f6, c5, c6, b6, a5, rook b7, rook d4, bishop e6, and queen h5. Okay, so it's white to play. There are some nice funny tactics possible. Think for some time and give me your answer.
I want to play rook g7, but I cannot play it now because the rook on b7 is there.
Okay.
So knight b6.
So you want to play rook g7, but if you do that immediately, he has rook on b7. He can play rook g7. So you want to distract the rook on b7 by playing knight b6. Okay, so give me the variation now.
Knight b6, rook into b6, rook g7, king into g7, queen f6. Now he can either play king g8 or king h7. If king g8, then I'll take queen e6, and then it's
with a check you will take queen e6.
Yeah.
So obviously he will not play king g8.
He'll
The main move is
king h7.
King h7. Now this is the critical moment. How you play after king h7 will decide whether knight b6 is good or bad. Okay. So which are the moves available after king h7?
I have two moves.
Okay.
Queen e7 and queen e6.
Okay. Queen e7 and queen e6.
Yeah.
And I have told many times, when you are attacking, you are getting material, what we should consider?
We should go for the attack.
Okay, I'm not saying like when you are attacking and your opponent gives material, you simply refuse the material. I'm not saying that. When you take the material, if it is also helping you continue the attack, then you must take the material. But by taking material, your attack is not continuing, either it is slowing down or your opponent can bring more pieces into the defense. By the time you are capturing material, then you should be seriously considering whether I should win material or simply ignore the material and keep the attack going. Okay, so when you place queen f6, king g8, there queen e6 makes sense. Why? Because it is continuing the attack and you are gaining material.
Yeah.
But after king h7, queen e6 can also be seen as gaining material or losing time. He will have time to get the rook back, rook b7 and rook g7. So once he comes rook b7, rook g7, it will be very difficult to mate him. Okay, so there I think after king h7, queen e6 is loss of time. And the other move you saw is queen
e7.
Queen e7. Now where would he go?
King h8.
King h8. Because if king g8, queen e6,
good no, king g8, rook f8 mate.
Yeah, after king g8 you have rook f8 mate. So king h8 is only move. Now make a list. And when you are analyzing moves, you also have to look at forcing moves. Okay, that will save a lot of time. So what are the forcing moves available after queen e7 check, king h8?
Queen e6.
Okay.
Rook f8.
e6, rook f8. These two are the main forcing moves. If rook f8, what he can do?
Bishop g8.
Bishop g8. Okay. So the bishop is coming to the defense of the king and there is no immediate follow up. Okay. So what's the other continuation?
Queen e6.
Okay. Queen e6. What are the threats now?
Rook f8.
Rook f8 is a serious threat.
Yeah.
How can he prevent rook f8?
Rook b8 or rook d8. d8 cannot be there because queen f6 and then I'll take the rook.
Yeah, so rook b8, rook d8 and you eliminate rook d8 because queen f6 check and queen into d8.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have to analyze rook b8.
Rook f7.
Rook f7, very good. So you are threatening queen f6 check and queen g7 mate, and queen f6 can be stopped by queen g5 and this move h4, which acts as a distraction. If queen h4, what happens?
Queen e5.
Queen e5 check, queen g7 mate.
Yeah.
Right? So basically the queen on g5, it is overloaded. It is defending both f6 and e5 and also h6 pawn. So by playing h4 you win. Yeah. So rook f7, queen g5, h4 is winning. There are other options as well. You can also play rook f5. Okay? But rook f7 is good enough. Very good. So next, let's bring the next position. So white has king g1, pawn h2, g3, f2, e5, d5, queen a2, rook d1, bishop a8, and black has king g8, pawn h7, g7, f7, e6, c7, bishop b6, rook f8, queen e4. Yeah, so now in this position we have equal pawns, opposite color bishops, but it's white to move, and there are some nice tactical ideas possible. So I think you have already got the first move. I see that smile on your face. So which is the move that attracts you here?
d6.
So d e6, what are the moves we have to consider?
Rook 8 and queen 8.
Rook a8 and queen a8. So let's analyze queen a8 first. So one good thing I notice with all the players who calculate very well is they immediately make list at every moment, and also they are not rejecting moves which involve sacrifice. So d e6, you understood that you are losing the bishop on a8, but you still wanted to see because you understand that some pawns are becoming passed pawns and the black king also gets weaker. So that keen tactical sense you should develop, and also while calculating variations you should make list of moves. So you are doing both, which is great. So now we are analyzing d e6, queen a8. Quickly refute it.
f7, king h8, queen e8, rook a8, e6, bishop c5.
What is the drawback of bishop c5?
I think rook c1 is better.
Even rook d7 is better.
But I can't play, after rook c1 I can play rook c7, even if he plays bishop d6.
Let me quickly check that. Rook c1 is winning as well. Okay, so we can eliminate
Queen 8.
Queen a8. Now we have to analyze
Rook 8.
rook a8. So which is the move that comes to your mind? Did you make a list there
Yeah,
after rook a8?
I have like two moves.
Okay,
e7 and ef7.
very good. Which one is more attractive?
e7.
Very good. So now you are threatening rook d8.
c6 or c5.
Okay, what about rook e8 after e7?
e8.
Okay, rook d8. Now he has to go queen c6.
Yeah.
And now
Queen c4 maybe.
c4. So after d e6, rook a8, e7, idea rook d8. If he goes rook e8, you still play rook d8, queen c6, queen c4. And the queen doesn't have any squares to defend the rook. Okay, so we can eliminate rook e8. So after e7, black played c5.
Queen a7.
Very good. Queen a7. So how did you find this move? What is the point?
To distract the bishop and rook.
Distract the bishop and the rook. Basically you want to play rook d8. But both the bishop and the rook, they are controlling the d8 square. So you want to give the queen to distract. One of them, fantastic. So I play queen c6.
Rook d6.
Be careful. So because rook d6, I play bishop a7. What do you do?
Rook d7 is not possible.
Rook into c6 you can do.
Ah,
I play rook e8. You come back rook d6, idea rook d8. Then what should black play? Because you don't have bb6.
you can just play f6.
Yeah, or even f5. Okay, so the king will come. So that's not working. So for queen a7, queen c6, you have to find the right continuation. Rook d6 is not working, unfortunately. Which move you are analyzing?
Can't find any more.
You can't find any move. You want to make moves on the board and then go to that position and find, or you want to try now itself?
I want to try now itself.
Why you don't want to make the moves? That will be easy, no? It will be easy to find the move once you see the position in front of you. Why you don't want to make the moves? Divya, why you want to solve now itself? Why you don't want to make the move?
I like visualizing and it can improve the calculation ability.
So you want to improve your visualization. You also want to improve your calculation ability. Now this is very important. Like it is easy whenever we are not stuck at some point. It is easy to and tempting to go to that position, because when you see that position in front of your eyes, it's easy to find the moves. But you still don't want to do that, because if you feel like if I do that, then it won't improve my calculation and visualization. So you want to try it without moving pieces. That is very good attitude. You have to exploit the drawback of queen c6. Okay. Rook d6 is one way, but direct rook d6 is not working. So you have to play a waiting move. You have to use some pin.
Queen e6.
Very good. I gave a clue. You found it. But ideally in a class I won't be giving that clue. You know that. I'll just give you more time to get the answer. Okay, fine. So queen a6 is the move. Now what we are threatening?
Rook d6.
We are threatening rook d6 or
Even rook d8.
even rook d8, because now the queen c6, bb6 is under pin along the rank. So you are also threatening rook d8. Okay, so that's what happened in the game. After queen a6, queen e8, he took queen into b6, queen into e7, queen c6. Okay, you still have a very good position. The c pawn will fall and you have the e pawn. The black king is also weak.
But
Okay.
I think that should be a draw.
Yeah, so that position, we cannot call it a draw. Black has good chances to make a draw. Okay, but white is still better because the c pawn is weak. Okay, but he collapsed there. He played rook b8, rook d5, h5, rook c5, and slowly he converted that pawn. Okay, but the point is, like, you have to see this idea d6 first. The second is that queen a7 idea. The queen a7 you found very quickly, but after queen c6 you got stuck. Queen a6 took longer, but I don't blame you. It's not an easy move. Even if I had thought myself, probably I may not have found it with less time. Maybe I would have needed more time myself. So I gave Divya two interesting positions. In the first one, she has to find that knight b6 idea, which she found very quickly, because she understood that she wanted to take rook g7, queen f6, but with the rook on b7 it's not working. So she had to distract with knight b6, and she did it very quickly. So after knight b6, she has to find one critical moment, that is not taking queen e6, but to go queen e7 and keep the attack going, which she again found it. And in the second position, I was particularly impressed that she found the move d6 very quickly, but and also I was very impressed that she found queen a7, but as we saw that queen a6 was not an easy move to find, and she was struggling a bit, but the moment I gave her a clue, exploit the pin, she found queen a6. So when I gave her the option to make the moves on the board, and then I'm sure she would have found queen a6 if he had actually kept the position on the board, but she did not want to do it. And that is because she felt if I make the moves, then it won't improve my calculation ability nor the visualization ability. And to be good in calculation, we need to solve puzzles without making moves, and this I have been stressing in as many episodes as possible. When you are working at home, try not to move pieces. It will be very tempting to do so because you might get the moves very quickly and you don't need to sweat yourself too much. But as you see, like Divya is a world under 12 champion, not without reason. She doesn't want to take the shortcuts but go the tough way to improve her chess strength.